Canada's largest province tears up a $100 million Starlink contract amid U.S. tariff disputes. President Trump proposes repealing the CHIPS Act. Opera introduces a browser with built-in AI agents, and a recent survey shows that the majority of AI users practice politeness. Welcome to #Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. The Premier of Canada's largest province, Doug Ford, has announced the cancellation of a $100 million contract with Elon Musk's Starlink, a move reflecting the escalating tensions over recent U.S. tariffs on Canadian goods. This decision underscores the broader economic implications of the ongoing trade dispute between the two nations. In response to U.S. President Donald Trump's imposition of a 25% tariff on most Canadian imports, Premier Ford declared the termination of Ontario's agreement with Starlink, emphasizing that the decision is irrevocable even if the tariffs are later rescinded. Ford had announced earlier that Ontario would tear up the contract, but when it appeared that the U.S. might be backing down on tariffs, he announced that the contract was back on. But it appears that this time, Ford has had enough. He stated, "It's done. We're not going back there. It's done." The annulled contract, established in November 2024, aimed to provide high-speed internet access to 15,000 homes and businesses in the remote areas of Ontario. The project's cancellation raises concerns about the future of broadband expansion in these underserved areas. But the head of the European agency that is responsible for their satellite network this morning announced assistance for Ukraine with the threat of Elon Musk pulling Ukraine's Starlink service, but she also hinted that they would be willing to provide assistance to Ontario, although she wouldn't confirm that talks were in place. Beyond the Starlink contract termination, Ontario has implemented additional retaliatory actions, including a 25% surcharge on electricity exports to the U.S. states such as New York, Michigan, and Minnesota. The province also plans to exclude U.S.-based companies from provincial procurement contracts. For U.S.-based consulting and technology firms, this is a big deal. Ontario buys over $30 billion a year in services. So Ontario's actions, including the cancellation of the Starlink contract, reflect the province's commitment to protecting its economic interests amid the ongoing trade dispute. And while Elon Musk's previous response to the cancellation was, "Oh well," the province is prepared for a long legal battle if necessary. In a recent address to Congress, President Donald Trump called for the repeal of the CHIPS Act, suggesting that the allocated funds could be redirected to reduce the national debt. He criticized the semiconductor subsidy program, stating, "Your CHIPS Act is a horrible, horrible thing. We give hundreds of billions of dollars, and it doesn't mean a thing. They take our money and don't spend it." Enacted in 2022 under the Biden administration, the CHIPS and Sciences Act allocated $280 billion to revitalize America's science and semiconductor sectors, with $53 billion specifically earmarked for the CHIPS Act to boost domestic chip manufacturing. The legislation aimed to reduce reliance on foreign semiconductor production and enhance national security. This isn't the first time the CHIPS Act has been under attack. Recently, the Doge Group cut the staff that administers the program, and last year, House Speaker Mike Johnson suggested repealing the funding bill if Republicans secured a congressional majority, but later retracted his remarks due to support from members representing districts benefiting from semiconductor investments. Trump's stance appears contradictory to his previous advocacy for bringing manufacturing jobs back to America. Critics argue that eliminating the CHIPS Act funding could hinder efforts to establish a robust domestic semiconductor industry, potentially increasing reliance on foreign suppliers. Opera, the Norwegian-based browser, has unveiled a native AI agent designed to perform browsing tasks on behalf of users. It's a shift in how users interact with the web, transitioning from passive browsing to active task delegation. The browser operator allows users to input natural language commands, which it then executes within the browser environment. For instance, users can request the purchase of specific items, and the browser operator will handle the entire process from navigating to the appropriate website to completing the transaction. Unlike some AI solutions that rely on cloud processing, Opera's browser operator operates entirely on the client side. This approach ensures that the user data remains local to the device, enhancing privacy and security. By integrating deeply into the browser's core, the browser operator eliminates the need for external servers or virtual machines, providing a seamless and secure user experience. The announcement also notes that throughout the task execution process, users maintain full control and visibility. They can monitor the browser operator's actions in real time, intervene if necessary, or cancel tasks at any point. This transparency ensures that users are always informed of the operations being performed on their behalf, fostering trust in the AI agent's capabilities. Currently, the browser operator is available as a feature preview, with Opera planning to roll it out more broadly in upcoming updates. While we did minimal testing between the announcement and our recording time, Opera remains impressive. It's been a pioneer in browser features, including the introduction of tabs, integrated VPNs, and sidebar messengers. So Browser Operator could be the next step in this innovation, a move towards a more intelligent and autonomous web browser, setting a new standard for browser functionality in the AI era. And for those Canadians in the audience who are trying to shift away from US solutions, Opera is headquartered in Oslo, Norway. And finally, a recent survey conducted by Future Publishing, the parent of TechRadar, reveals that approximately 70% of AI users in the United States and the United Kingdom interact politely with AI tools like ChatGPT. The survey, which included over 1,000 participants, found that 67% of US respondents and 71% of UK respondents reported using polite language such as please and thank you when interacting with AI. Users who do not use polite language cited efficiency. Approximately two-thirds indicated that brevity and efficiency are their primary reasons for omitting polite terms. The remaining respondents felt that politeness is unnecessary when interacting with AI, viewing these interactions as purely transactional. Among those who are courteous to AI, 82% of US users and 83% of UK users believe it's simply appropriate to be polite, regardless of whether they're interacting with humans or machines. And notably, 12% of respondents admitted their politeness stems from concerns about potential future consequences in the event of an AI uprising. While AI systems like ChatGPT do not possess consciousness or emotions, the manner in which users interact with them can have broader societal implications. Some experts argue that maintaining politeness with AI can reinforce positive communication habits, potentially influencing human-to-human interactions. Wouldn't that be a good thing? We could spread this to social media. And additionally, there is some evidence suggesting that polite prompts can lead to more accurate and unbiased AI responses. Me? I'm Canadian. We're always polite. And I'm still on the just-in-case side, in case they actually do take over. And that's our show for today. Join us on Saturday for #Trending, the weekend edition. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a fantastic Friday.